Yeah. What's going on, replay viewers? Replay viewers, let's see who's tuning on in. Me Heartness is the first one in the live stream over there on Twitch. Welcome on in. Over there on YouTube, we have Nina and Indians Exposed Investigations, Sally Skipico, and Griff up there in Vancouver, Canada. Good to see Hingode and RJ over there in Colorado. Welcome. Good to see you, Lopez and Gabby Rovner. Welcome. Carol813, welcome on in. And Scottish, good to see you. Neil, welcome on in. And DeBailey out there in London, over there on Twitch. Good to see you. Good to see you, Sweet Serenity. And Justine, good to see everybody, people. Good to see you, Douglas Fatiglia. Aloha. Welcome on in, everybody, to the show. We're starting in Midtown, and we're going to make our way all the way downtown. So good to see everybody, people. 63 people watching. That'd be pretty good. 67 people watching. 29 likes. Let's get to 50 likes, then we'll start moving around here. We will start moving around. Good to see you, RK8. Welcome on in. And the Nightbot's going crazy here. Fabio. Good to see you, Fabio. Be careful with the emojis there, Fabio. Good to see you, man. Nothing personal, people. But good to see you, Dean N. Welcome. RK8, Fabio, Justine, Carol813, Douglas Patiglia. Good to see everybody, people. Welcome to Midtown Manhattan. We're just off of Madison Avenue here. We got some cool art to see, like right here. So we're gonna start out our show with some art. And I have come this way. We're going this route today because I really want to see the signage that's been disappeared from Macy's. But good to see you, Nina. Wow, Nina. Okay, so it's all capital letters, Nina. You don't like the Nightbot doesn't like the all capital letters there. Metal Heartness. All right, you got it there, Metal Heartness. Metal Heartness, good to see you, man. I appreciate you. Watching Taxi Driver? I love that movie. Got to wash the grime and the filth off the streets. Oh, that movie's a little crazy. That movie's a little crazy. If you've never seen Taxi Driver, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite. I like almost all the films Robert De Niro is in. I think I only have. I don't like one movie, maybe one of his more recent love comedy dramas that he might be in like the '90s. But other than that, that's it. Anything with Bobby De Niro, he's good. As the kids used to call him in the old neighborhood, the Indian. They used to call him Indian. Nightbot needs to loosen up. I know. Nightbot's a bit puritanical. But don't fight with it because it is a computer program. And you don't want to fight with a computer program. Good to see everybody. 79 people. 79 people now watching. 47 likes. Now 81 people. And 47 likes. Let's get a few more likes in the box. Get a few more likes in the till. And then we'll start doing our roughly 14 to 15,000 steps we will be doing today. My live stream would have started about a half hour earlier. I took the express bus up here because I didn't feel like dealing with the subway on the way up here. And we got stuck in the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel for a half hour. So if there's, I think I have a new fear unlocked. Being stuck in a tunnel, and we were like deep in the tunnel. Luckily, we still had cell service, so I was able to text out the Duchess and let her know that I'm going to be a little bit late. And yeah, so. But thank you so much there, Rudy the Nice Guy. Good to see you. Taxi Driver is definitely a cult classic. I don't think necessarily cult classic. I think it's just a film, a classic film, a classic. Taxi Driver really did capture the kind of craziness that was New York City in the 70s. So. Yeah, but if you've never seen it, Carol, I highly recommend watching it. Good to see everybody, people. Let's do it. Let's enjoy. We're going to mostly be on Broadway, but we may deviate from that. We're kind of winging it today. Good to see you, Sal Muscles. Welcome on in. But yeah, new fear unlocked, being stuck in a tunnel. And I knew we were in a tunnel for that long because I was listening to a podcast. And I'm like, oh my God, the whole podcast episode finished. Good to see you there, Cynthia. Yeah, cool to see me on this time. We were going to do something in Coney Island, but it was kind of not that exciting. So, you like the TV show Taxi? There you go, Sweet Serenity. All right, we got art to see. Let's do it. Dave in Bangor, Maine. Welcome on in. Yeah. New York in the 70s was cool. It was falling apart. But the music and the art was great back then, I have to say. So this is Days doing a little collab here with the Museum of the City of New York here. He's like one of my favorite artists. Look at that. That's cool. 100 degrees in Colorado. Bloody hell. Karen Smith, turn on the air conditioning. Swipe, swipe. Swipe, swipe. 100 degrees, my God. I don't want no 100 degrees. I like it the way it is now. When I saw the clouds rolling, I was like, good. I'm so happy the clouds are rolling in. Right, 70s vibe for sure. Yes, indeed. Your ex days? Okay. Look at that, people. I love this. I love that. That's so cool. That's so neat. Anytime I can see art like this, I always like pointing it out. Yo, forever blessed. Thank you so much for sending me a high five. For I don't know how many jewels. It doesn't tell me how many jewels I get. So I appreciate you. High five. All right, welcome to Madison Avenue. This is Madison Avenue. And let's see what's going on here. Good to see you, Forever Blessed. Welcome on in. Hated the music. Dude, I am going to be on for about 3 hours. 2.5, 3 hours will be on today. I wonder if those is it open? Oh, they are still there. Let's see how the signal holds up if we go in there. Oh my God, After Hours. Let's go. Oh my God, Karen Smith. I haven't seen After Hours in a hot minute. Thanks for reminding me about that. I freaking love that movie. All right, let's see if, yeah, they're still here. Our characters are still here. Let's go say hi to Big Bird. These are the artists. Gilly and Mark. Good to see you, Billy D. Welcome on in. Look, I love these guys. Check it out. There's a nice little oasis here in the city. Let's go!
Do a great job, Dutch.
Well, you always do a great job too there, John. And John Ukis with a $10 super chat. John, thank you so much. With a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for today's $10 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. I love these guys. He's hanging out. He's having his coffee. He's having his coffee. And then look at these guys. But yes, indeed. Mahalo, John. Mahalo. Big old gorilla having his ice cream with Bert and Ernie. Thanks for supporting the channel there, John. I appreciate it. They're just chilling. They're just chilling. There's a couple more over here. I don't know how much longer these are going to be here for, so I wanna take it in before they take them away. Now these are the party guys right here. These guys party. These guys legitimately party. Cookie Monster having his cookies with the rhinoceros having his coffee. You know they're telling each other dirty jokes, right? Like look at this face. Look at this face. You know it's a dirty joke. He just told the dirtiest joke. And and Cookie Monster concurs. Good to see you, Din Din, down there in Trinidad. Hope y'all are doing well. I love this too, Cynthia. Joshua J, good to see you. And then, oh, look at Elmo. Elmo loves elephants. Elmo with his little juice box and sandwich, his little lunch. Elmo's enjoying lunch. Even I just realized even the elephant has a little juice box. These are great, right? It's about the third horn, Nina. This is my favorite right here. What is this called? Cookie Monster Loves Rhino. Oh, that's simply all it's called. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love these statues. They're so much fun. What happened to the AC in here? They usually have air conditioning in here. They turned it off. They've turned it off. Bye, guys. I'll see you later, guys. Bye. No poor Elmo. Elmo's just hanging out with the elephant. They're hanging out. They're hanging out. Back into reality. Back into your special baked cookies. Yeah. Right? Cookie Monster is definitely a stoner, right? Cookie Monster definitely smokes. He has the munchies all the time. All right, people. Good to see you there, Billy D. Good to see everybody, people. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Let's do 5th Avenue for a little bit, and then we'll head down through the Rockefeller. We'll go down through Rockefeller. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's, she said. All right. Time to get around people. I've been doing my best to avoid people until the very end. until I absolutely have to start the stream. Everybody's loving the, everybody is loving the gigantic boxes. Everybody loves them. Who remembers the Warner Brothers studio store that used to be where Louis Vuitton is today? Who remembers that? Simpler times. Where's the guy directing traffic? We're in front of his building. Where's the guy who directs the traffic around here? All right, we're going south on 5th. I gotta love gigantic boxes that look like travel cases. Ah, there you go, Joshua. There you go. Oh, I'm so happy it's cloudy. I'm so happy it's cloudy and not 1,000 degrees. No, she wasn't posing for the live stream. No. Nay. 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 Anyway, what's going on here? You got some famous people. You know, I went to go get mangoes here. They didn't have any. What the hell? Angel DNA, welcome. Ooh, I can feel the air conditioning coming out of the store, though. That's pretty nice. Here's Harry Winston. Right next door to the St. Regis. What? Oh my God, he just died. Robert De Niro in the movie. Oh, did you just give away the movie? Spoiler alert. Don't give away the movie. I'm like, gorgeous sky, Nina. Let me try to get this right here. Try to get this right. To think in just a few months, we will be out here during Christmas time, and it's gonna get crazy. The little cab is going, man. We'll be out here in the Christmas vortex. No spoiler alerts, please. No spoiler alerts. Everybody's in full Santa mode here. What is up with that cab? That little cab is loud, man. It's a fucking Prius. That's like the loudest Prius I've ever seen in my life. I've ever heard in my life. And this building here, let me see if I can get a view of this building here really quick. This building here on 53rd and 5th went up so fast. This thing literally sprouted up. Good to see you, Cliff. Welcome on in. That building went up quick, man. Yeah, holidays coming soon. People freaking out over the Halloween decorations and stuff and CVS's and stuff. When I worked in marketing, when I worked in market research, like, yeah, August is the month where everything for like Halloween straight into Christmas comes out. And it's awful because we want to slow down and enjoy the seasons, for God's sake. Really? The mangoes have the same chemical poison as ivy, oak, and sumac? For real? Hey, 6:45. It's 6:45. I know, me too, Angel. But then I realized it was a spoiler alert for the movie. He's one of my favorite actors, Robert De Niro, so definitely a spirit inspiration, an inspiration for the stream. No spoiler alerts, people. No spoiler alerts. I know, right there, Jim? Good to see you, Jim. Is there really like a line to get into the Skims, or they're just hanging out there? I think they're just hanging out. Coming up onto St. Patrick's Cathedral. Let's go into Rockefeller and see what's going on in there. I really hope they still have that Lego World Cup sculpture, but I think they took that out of there already. They're dancing, they're dancing, they're dancing. They really love those hot dogs. They were dancing. You're allergic? Really, really, Deborah. Wow. All right. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hells yeah, Rudy. I gotta figure out dinner later. I don't know what I'm gonna have. Did we just get a PayPal? Let's see. Wait. But good to see everybody, people. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. Exactly. And Justine with a $10 PayPal. Justine, thank you so much for the very generous $10 PayPal. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 PayPal club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 PayPal. Atlas is no longer holding the football of life. He's back to just holding the universe on his shoulders. All right, let's get into, let's see, Rockefeller. Did somebody drop Legos? What is on the floor here? M&Ms. Somebody dropped their M&Ms. Random M&Ms on the floor. You feel like you walking with me? Good to see you there, CT. That's the whole point of these live streams, is to make you feel like you are here with us. You're virtually here through the power of the internet. He's just holding the universe today. He's just holding the universe today. Not a big deal. I don't know why everybody's waiting on that corner there like that. Oh, these humans doing wacky things. All right, let's head into the channel garden. Oh, everything's back to normal except for these guys. Yay! We're in Rockefeller Center. Yay! I know, not the M&Ms. No. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, street cuisine. It has that street flavor, right? Has that delicious street flavor. Yo, Rockefeller, turn up the music, man. They're playing the music at a regular volume. It's weird. They usually blast this music. I know, where's the tree? I think somebody stole the tree. The tree disappeared on us. Ah, yes. That's right, Audrey. Good to see ya. You know, it's funny. Originally, when they first built Rockefeller Center, this was always meant to be a garden down here. And the ice skating rink came after the fact. And go figure, the ice skating rink is what makes it iconic. Ah. Yeah, soon enough, right, Scott? Soon enough. Yeah, the ice skating rink is melted. Exactly. Let's see, are people taking pictures of the... That is one of my favorite... That is one of my favorite mosaics. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, people. And here's where the tree's supposed to go, right here. Yay, it'll be here soon. And this whole place will be crowded, and I miss the days we could walk underneath the tree. I'm trying to reminisce about stuff now. That's why the tree downtown is the best. You could walk underneath it. But yeah, I'll be here before we even know it. All right. Let's make our way down the 6th Avenue. And first we'll hang the right at the Nintendo store. Sorry, Pokemon Center. It will forever be known as the Pokemon Center to me. Sorry, Nintendo. Good to see you, Bill. Welcome on in. Good to see everybody, people. This is a nice little breeze. The sun's not out. Yes, he's live streaming. Oof, Nintendo looks crowded today. Nintendo's crowded. Sunday shoppers. Sunday shoppers, ladies and gentlemen. Splatoon Raiders, okay. One of them newfangled games. You know what I'm waiting for? The fact that Grand Theft Auto is not coming out on a disc is just driving me crazy, though. You know that game's going to be so big, it's going to take like 500 gigs or something like that. It's going to be something stupid like that. And as a connoisseur of Grand Theft Auto, I'm sorry, I'm a collector. I need the disc. I hope they change their course with that. People, merhaba. Good to see you. Merhaba. Can't pronounce your name, but merhaba. Good to see you. A very riveting finish to the Tour de France this morning. Or this afternoon, actually. They had to shorten the course, so the coverage didn't start until, what was it, 1 in the afternoon. But a big shout out to NBC/Peacock's coverage, featuring Bob Roll and Phil Liggett. For me, the voices of summer. Christian Van de Velde on the motorbike. It was a very enjoyable 22 days in France. Good to see you there, Dave Jeffries. People, word people, yes, merhaba, merhaba. Please stop spamming with the emojis. The Nightbot doesn't like that. You finally got a cool day there in Canada? You're on the west coast of Canada? Nice. How are the wildfires out there, Scott? I hope the wildfires aren't too bad. Yeah, Deborah, it was this morning. They had to shorten the course because of the wildfires in France. There were some wildfires just outside of Paris. So for the first time, they began and ended the final stage in Paris. All right, 6th Avenue. Let's actually cross the street now. Let's cross that street now. Do not buy from this truck. This truck is always overpriced. You ever see this truck here? This is not the good ice cream. Right, it's called New York ice cream, right? Yeah, New York Ice Cream Company. No good. No good. Right? Exactly. Miles, good to see you, Miles. Do I think Pocaccia was cheating? No, I think that was all legit. And congratulations to Tadej Pocaccia for winning his 5th Tour de France. He has now joined the 5 Tour de France club. Yes. Yes. It was kind of overcast. Yeah, it wasn't sunny. They had a beautiful sunset when they were doing the awards ceremony, though. 102 finally got the AC back in the house. Good. Good, RJ. Yeah, give me Mr. Softy. Mr. Softy's a legit one. That New York Ice Cream Company is always like way overpriced. Uh-oh, he has the alarm going. Right. Hey, we're at the Diamond District. Where's my fucking money? Shout out to Tracks NYC. Shout out to Max. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate ya. Is he coming out or what? What's he gonna do? What's this guy doing here? I don't trust this guy. Is he coming out or what? Well, he missed the light. We go. We go. We shall go. Hey, we're coming up to that building Norway owns. It's right across the street over there. Harv Lee, welcome. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, supposedly. Yeah, Vanderpool won today's stage. And that was an incredible finish. The way he collapsed after he finished the stage, and he was like underneath the fencing. That was crazy. It was good stuff. It was pretty entertaining. And now it's officially, we're on the downhill now. Summer's finishing up. Last stage of Tour de France. Gotta get that picture in. Gotta get that picture in. Ooh, it got a nice breeze coming up here. This is fantastic. I mean, Pocaccia almost won today's stage as well. He only tailed off at the very end there. So that would have been wild, having the yellow jersey, the maillot jaune, win today's stage. But yeah, it was Vanderpool today. But always an exciting race. And who was it yesterday? Who was the guy who almost fell off the mountain? That was crazy. That shit was crazy. Yeah, he was extra good. Yeah, it looked like he was going to pass out, but he was just... You know what it was? It was all that emotion, Din Din. Nah, Scott, nah. They wanted to get the shot. And, you know, I'm kind of obsessed with videoing people taking photographs or photographing people photographing. So, maybe they'll catch us on YouTube and they could have a moment. Now remember, let's take in these crowded streets, because once we get further downtown, it is going to get a little quiet. Yeah, exactly. He pulled back and he didn't bother to push it. Exactly. Yeah, why do we need to document everything? I don't know, Karen. Yeah, the mounting netting literally saved his life. Yeah, RJ, we're going there right now. I want to see it. They uncovered a building that's been covered underneath a sign since 1961. Yeah, Sepp Kuss. Yo, shout out to Sepp. He almost fell off that mountain. He was riding an amazing ride yesterday. That was incredible. But I always get a little sad when Tour de France concludes. Catherine Drew, good to see you. Having a great evening. Of course, street cuisine galore. 6th Avenue. That's where everybody comes out after they go to Broadway. They wander over here. It's nice. But yeah, we're going to 34th Street. We literally started the stream from where we started today because I literally, that's all I want to see it. All Day NYC posted this morning the removed sign, and I really want to see it. So that's where we're going. Sunshine NYC. Good to see you, Sunshine. Hope you are doing well. Okay. Yeah, all right, let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Eventually one day I'll get hit by a vehicle doing this. You saw the way he did. What? Did you say something, sir? Did you say something? You know what, because Justine is watching it. For Justine and his $10 PayPal, Joss, I will be summoning taxi driver vibes today. Wait, say something? You talking to me? You talking to me? Talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? My pizza! My pizza! That's $10 worth of pizza on the ground. What was that, a marching band guy? No, he was like, I guess he was. Maybe he was a marching band guy. Maybe. Oh, man. Good to see you, Jenna. And walking here, that's right, Stunk Mark. He had some kind of like hollowed out piece of plastic. You know, after yesterday's thing that happened, I'm kind of like, my antenna are extra turned on today. Network Intel, good to see you. Sheep's Head Steve, welcome on in. Good evening, everybody. The loneliest, that is the loneliest porta potty in the world. The M&Ms and pizzas, the rats are ready. Yes. The rats are eating good tonight, man. They got M&Ms on one block and fresh slice of pizza on another. Holy shit. All right, 41st Street. Yeah, I know. Me too, DJ Dirty. Me too. I worry about people that end up panhandling like that, like in the middle of the street. It's kind of scary.
It is, but at the same time. Oh no, it's part.
Yesterday, Laughing Sam, we had a really like disturbed person, like kind of like yelling and like throwing his hands at people. Like nobody, I don't think anybody got hit, but people were like disturbed and some people were running away from him, and he was definitely going through some kind of like mental thing. Was that $7 pizza? Probably. Where are we going today? Downtown. But on the way downtown, I want to see Macy's. I want to see the sign that was taken down at Macy's. That's where we're going today. Where are the pigeons? That's a good question. I haven't seen any. I don't know where they are. Good to see you, Sherry. Laughing Sam, good to see you. Michelle King, welcome on in. Oh, good to see everybody, people. Yeah. Walking south along 6th Avenue at the Momo. Approaching 39th Street. Wow, yesterday in Columbus, Texas. Wow, Sherry. I mean, mental health crisis is definitely a real thing going on in this country. Not just here in New York, but in all 50 states. Was that you trying to get a cab? Okay. Good to see you, Joe. Welcome on in. That's right, everyone hit that like button. Your old corner, 6th Avenue, 40th Street, now Tesla. Ended way up in Colorado, which is Tesla land. Change is good. Wow, whatever they're making in that coffee tea spot smells good. Smells good. All right, 38th Street. Yeah, no, they can be entertaining, but sometimes it's like a little terrifying. Especially when they get like mildly violent towards random people. 38th Street. Yeah, hit that like button, people. It will. Wait. Yeah, by the way, a big shout out to the lady who cut off my express bus coming up here today. She cut off the express bus. We did like a very hard stop. You're more than welcome, Sunshine. You're more than welcome. But yeah, she's driving this little tiny little sports car, and she's just like, la-di-da. She's gonna zip up and then hit the brake. Frito pie for dinner? Enjoy, Sherry. Enjoy. All right, 37. Let's cut across to Broadway. Because we're gonna see also the seesaws. It's all good, Catherine. It's all good. Let's see, where are the seesaws? Now, supposedly they brought back the seesaws. Everybody wants to do the seesaws. It's always fun when you get a little whiff of hot air coming out of the street. It's like, yay, all of a sudden it's 120 degrees. Yay. All right, coming up onto Broadway here. Hey! He's famous now, people. He's famous. All right. We're at the damn seesaws. Let me go back up towards the Petri dish. And then we'll just turn around if I don't see him up there. All right, does anybody know what street the seesaws are on? Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the the seesaw's all right here. Okay, good. My intuition was correct. They are down in this direction here. God bless this guy. Look at this guy. On the bike. That's what keeps him young. He's gonna outlive all of us. Yo, thanks for sending me some sunshine for some jewels there. Sunshine NYC. Appreciate it. Seesaw equals a good thing, exactly. They had these, what was it, last year or 2 years ago? They brought them back because they were so popular. Good to see you, Chris. Here come the seesaws, everybody.
Here's the seesaws. Alright guys, we're gonna go to Shake Shack and then we're gonna go get the seesaws. He saw seesaws on the seesaw.
Joe, I have to be hilarious. I'm a YouTuber. It's a light-hearted channel. I like to have a good time. So that's why I make voices. Where you going with the right-hand signal? Where you going, pal? Where you going, boss? Who remembers that guy on that TV show Parking Wars? He used to call everybody boss. You got it, boss. You got it, boss. Okay, boss. Yo, Jam, thank you so much for sending me a star for some jewels. They're seesawing on Broadway. No, we were smart. We would harness this into some green energy. Yeah, destination is downtown, Steven. Destination is downtown. Probably the World Trade Center. That's where I'll pick up my train to go home. There the seesaws. We're seeing the saws, people. We're seeing the saws. I saw the seeds and I see the saws. Never watched Parking Wars. It's a great show. There was a guy in Philadelphia who worked for the Philadelphia Parking Authority. And he called everybody boss. Okay, boss. Yeah, at work. You just have it. Why are you laughing your ass off? Because of a wacky New Yorker born and raised called Dutch Maz. That's right. The streets are my stage. As we enjoy the sounds, the lights and sounds, the sights and sounds as they fly through the air. All right. Let's head into here. Oh, wow. So the sign that we're seeing, lots of C's and saws and signs that we're saying on these streets. The letter for 35th Street and 34th Street is the letter S, everybody. It's the letter S. So they're redoing this. I saw some people getting very upset that they took away this very unremarkable sign down. But the thing is that the sign, or the framework for the sign, has been up since like 1961. And we are literally seeing the underside of a building, or the facade of a building, that hasn't seen daylight in like 60 years. Oh, wow. Look at the detail on that. Oh, that's crazy. Look at that, people. Let's zoom in on that, because that hasn't seen the light of day since 1961. That's crazy. Look at that. Wow. Look at the brickwork. It's like all like mangled up because they carved so much stuff into it. That's crazy. And amazingly enough, you can still see the detail on the original building. This building has a pretty wacky history. Originally, Macy's wanted to own the whole block, but this was like the one holdout. That's really cool. Let's head across the street here. Uh-oh. Wow. So they have to replace They have to replace this because it's just so freaking old. Wow, look at this. That's incredible. Yeah, it does need a good cleaning. Oh, that's wild. You know, this looks way more interesting in person than online. Wow, it's like urban archaeology. Where are they coming from? This guy's... Uh-oh, something went down. Something went down, don't know what. Okay, let's head over there. I'm gonna try to head into a spot where I could just stand and not walk and be out of people's ways. Okay. I'll hang on right here by the halal truck here. Wow, look at that! Holy cow. This is fascinating. This is the kind of stuff I find just fascinating. Yeah, 64 years of cover. Wow. Now they got to put a new kind of sign. From what I heard, it's going to be like probably like an LED kind of sign. So the whole corner is going to be super bright. It's going to be changing. But that is just incredible. Right, imagine the people who looked out those windows back in the day, right? Yo, whose tag is that? Yo, somebody tagged that? Yo, Lugo. Lugo 93. What's going on, Lugo? Yo, that's cool. Yo, Lugo 93 got his ups. That is just incredible. Wow. I can't get over that. That is really cool. This is like the most ridiculous. People probably looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't care. Okay, there you go, people. 64 years under wraps. That's cool. That is really cool. I know, Karen. I try, Karen. I mean, I don't know how old the building itself is, but it's been covered by the Macy's sign since like 1961. So it's been covered for quite some time. Let's continue on south on Broadway. Beatles fan, good to see you. Isn't this cool? It's New York, man. It's New York. Good to see you, Beatles fan. Good to see everybody, ladies and gentlemen. My people. So, from what I've heard, it's just storage. There's nothing inside, just storage. But that building was the very famous holdout. Macy's would have been the whole block. Yeah, exactly. How is Lugo's tag covered in 93? They were either repairing the sign, changing, because they have changed the sign periodically. But there is a way you could like shimmy behind it. And that's what I'm thinking he did. Exactly, DJ Dirty. Exactly. You got to save the stream, Joe? I appreciate that. Was it just a week ago we were watching everyone watch the World Cup from right here? Sun's coming out. Lisa, welcome. No, there was nobody living in there. No. It's not like... You never know. Maybe somebody was living in there, but I don't think anyone was living in there. But I mean, if you were living in there, that's a damn good address. 34th and Broadway. I live on top of Macy's. Oh, I know why they have this closed. They redid the whole plaza here. They redid all the pavers. Oh, that's cool. They redid the pavers here. Looks nice. They redid the pavers, really nice. But you never know. Somebody might have been squatting in there, or they were like the caretakers of the storage. They're the caretakers of the storage. All right. Now, is this ice cream spot still playing the same song? Let's see. If they are playing that same song, it's... How's the weather been? It's been really great, Lorraine. Nice temperatures, low humidity. I'm going to get out to the beach tomorrow. So we're probably not going to get a live stream tomorrow because I'll be going to the Rockaways. Yep, they're playing the song. Playing the weird old Susanna. Because when you hear old Susanna, you want ice cream, right? And this place always has a line out the door. That song's like mental mindfuck right there. It's just they playing the same song. And you love me. Susanna, take me home. Anyway. Supposedly that's really good ice cream. But yeah, weather in New York, Lorraine's been amazing. Low humidity. Today the humidity is up a little bit, so it's actually feeling a little bit more summery. Tomorrow the humidity will go up a few more points as well as a couple of more degrees. So we're going to try to take advantage and head out to the Rockaways. And I'll spend the day in an area with no cell phone coverage. I am bringing my beach tent. My beach tent takes about 10 minutes to set up, depending on the wind. If it's windy, it takes a little bit longer, but it's about 10 minutes. It's not that bad. If anything, breaking it down is a little bit more tricky. Yeah, of course, ice cream trucks play repetitive music too, but like a brick and mortar store, that's like torture. Hello. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hello. Beach blanket bingo? Maybe. Maybe. That building is really narrow. I will never live in it. No, thank you. No, thank you. These new buildings, man. They're all narrow. Wow. 38th Street's a popular street. Do I live in Billionaires Row? I wish. If I lived in Billionaires Row, I'll be live streaming from my apartment. I wouldn't even leave the house. I'll just put the camera out the window and that'll be it. But I do live on the beach in Coney Island. So at least I have that. And yes, I do go to the Rockaways to go to the beach because I feel like the beach in the Rockaways is way more cleaner than the beach in Coney. Like the water quality. Let's see, where's the Empire? Yeah, here's Empire. All right, the Mets beat out the Dodgers there, 3-8. Beautiful. Why do I not like narrow buildings? Because they're narrow. And usually narrow buildings, you feel the sway. Let's go Mets. That's right. You feel the sway of the building when you're in a narrow building. The narrow, tall buildings are just, no, they're no good. Give me a nice old building with a wide base, like the Empire State Building. And actually, that's the one that nobody likes. This is the building that blocks the view of the Empire State Building. That's the building. This whole building has 26 apartments. Oh, now do we have a prerequisite crazy person for the stream? All right, we got a crazy person across the street, so we're going to stay on this side of the street. Cheers, Tom. Good to see you. Yeah, that's the building that blocks the view, Deborah. I actually didn't recognize it from that angle. This also must be the weed corridor, too. It just reeks of pot over here. All right, keeping my eye on the crazy person. They're all the way across the street. All right, I'll take Coney over Billionaires Row any day. Oh yeah, this guy is like, he is flipping the fuck out. We're gonna stay like I'm gonna stay a block from him while we keep our eyes open. You know, this little stretch here is always shady. I used to have one of the companies I used to work for. I used to get my paycheck on these blocks. Oh yeah, everybody's looking at them. Oh boy. Good to see you, B-Band. Yes, they do, Steven. That's how it works. But 26 apartments, ruining a whole view for everybody for 26 apartments. Oh yeah, this guy is like screaming and shit. What the fuck is he doing? He is like screaming. And it's always around here. Keeping my eye on him. He's still a block up ahead here. By the way, this is Tin Pan Alley, 28th Street. This little spot always has interesting characters. And where's our screamer? Our screamer is up ahead. Yeah, you don't make eye contact. Nay. Exactly, Stephen. No, we were just talking about that. There's a serious mental health crisis in this country. If we are truly the greatest country in the world, I think we will take care of everybody, regardless of their financial ability to do so or their mental ability to do so. Good to see you, Big John. Welcome on in. I want to stay on this side of the street because I don't trust this guy who is a block ahead of us. And it's always, Robert, I'm telling you, that little stretch right there, 28th Street, 30th Street, it's always shady people in those couple of blocks. I think that's where they actually store the illegal handbags. Those are like the illegal handbag storage facilities. Oh, I got an eye on him again. Oh, he's way up there now. He's like almost 2 blocks ahead of me. Good to see Jose Torres. Way pa Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, bienvenido. Jose Torres. More weed corridors here. Holy shit. Getting free buzzes over here. This is fantastic. It's powering me through the walk. Now we're going to show you how much that narrow-ass building ruins the view here. You're coming into the view of the Flatiron Building now. Flatiron Building coming into view. And Metalheads are joining us. Good to see the Metalheads. Welcome on in. Hope Chucky's doing well. Good to see you, Calvin. Welcome on in. All right, well, I don't know where my crazy guy went. I don't know if he turned the corner or not. Everybody's smoking weed out here today. Holy shit. It's not even 420. Oh, can we enjoy the art? Last time we saw this art piece, there were children using it as if it was like a play area. I can see that there's nobody in there, so let's go see it. Let's go see the art. Good to see everybody, people. Gotta love that Flatiron, right, Will? It's good to see you. That is the Flatiron right there. It was underneath scaffolding for the better part of 7 years. This is Fifth Avenue again. And we're gonna walk into Madison Square Park. Madison Square Park, the first two iterations of Madison Square Garden were here before the third version moved to 50th Street and 8th Avenue. And then, of course, the current version, built in 1962, 1963. So for all my Puerto Ricans, here is the art for all of my Puerto Ricans. Sotomayor, Lin-Manuel Miranda. As a Puerto Rican, this makes me very proud. Quintaria, Lugo, Ayala, Benito, aka Bad Bunny, Lemon, and Roberto Clemente. All of my favorite Puerto Ricans, and then some. And I don't know, this is the original Shake Shack location. Yes, this is the original Shake Shack location. I feel like every time I come to this art piece, there's a parent using it as if it's a jungle gym. So I guess we're gonna, maybe next time. Amen, stop the war. That's walking around with the sign, stop the war. So yes, it was underneath scaffolding for about 7, almost 8 years, the Flatiron Building. And that's because they are turning the Flatiron Building into apartments. They're turning the Flatiron Building into apartments. I don't know how many have sold or if they have begun selling them. I don't know. But let's go see it. Let's go see it. But I've missed the Flatiron Building. It looks great. They have a whole new lighting package on the front of the building. So it lights up beautifully at night. But yes. All of them, Stephen. All of them. The guy had a sign that just said stop war. So I'm assuming all of them. All the wars, all the genocides happening all around the world. All of them. A global moratorium on war. That's right, mi gente. How great is that? And from here, I think we're going to take 5th. We'll take 5th Avenue down. And we'll go by Washington Square. Now, if there's any nuisance live streamers there, we will turn on the temperature, just because why not? Everybody had to put the weapons down. That's right, Rudy. Now, this used to be the very iconic view. You see, we have the frame here. And yeah, for your safety, please do not climb. But now we could frame the Flatiron building. But we used to be able to frame the what? Good to see you there. Good to see you there, David C. Quiet Zone. Thanks for subscribing. May I ask why I choose to live in Coney Island? Your uncle used to live in Brighton Beach. Because it's right now for me. It's an affordable place to live. And yeah, and it's nice. The air is somewhat clean. We're literally across the street from a beach. It's nice and quiet. The people on our block are all awesome. They all own dogs. And yeah. But this is why we don't like this narrow building. Look at that shit. This ruins the whole fucking view for 26 fucking apartments. 26 apartments in that whole thing. And you cannot pay me to live in this building. So you see this black shaft here to the left-hand side of the building? That is the services shaft. So in that shaft, you have the elevators and all of the services for the building, like water, gas, you know, internet, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's an asymmetrical building. So the building actually is like shelves. So the main and strongest structural component is the services shaft. And then each floor comes out. By the way, 22-foot high ceilings on each floor. And they all are like basically anchored into that. And then on this side here, the right-hand side, that is a load-bearing wall. A very thin one at that, considering the height of it. It has a 1 to 19 width to height ratio. So it's not the narrowest building in the world. That goes to a Billionaire's Row building, 111 West 57th Street. That has a width to height ratio of 1 to 24. But this guy here comes pretty close, but it's the asymmetricalness of the building that freaks me out. And if this load-bearing wall were to fail, the whole structure will fail. There's actually a good possibility that just the services shaft will remain standing. And yeah, 26 apartments, ruining an iconic view. And some people say, what's the big deal? You know, like this, it's a city. You build things in a city. Well, this is a very iconic view here. Painters and photographers, and you know, this view here from Madison Square Park has given inspiration to many people, and now that is completely gone. So, yeah, nobody likes that building. There's a few buildings that universally nobody likes. So it is an abomination, Karen. Good to see you, Karen. And by the way, the architect who designed it never has visited New York City. He's from, he lives in Russia. It's a Russian architect who designed that. And yeah, he's never visited New York. He was given a site plan and like, you know, like parameters that they wanted him to build within. So I feel like if you're going to build a building that's going to ruin the view of one of the most iconic buildings on the planet, you should at least visit New York once. But anyway, it's an ugly building, and I hate it. But this building here, I still love it. Flatiron building. Let's head down 5th. And we're going to head down towards Washington Square Park. And let's see what kind of scene we have in the Washington Square Park. No, exactly, Jenna. If you never visited New York, I don't think you should be allowed to design a building. I think you have to visit New York at least once. Like, even if it's just like on a fact-finding mission, you know, it's just like you have to understand the site plan. Exactly, DJ Dirty. You know, that was the thing. You used to be able to see the Flatiron building from the Empire State Building, from the observation deck. You don't get that anymore. It's kind of sad. Anyway, we're crossing 23rd Street. We're heading down to Washington Square Park. But nobody likes that building. There's a few buildings in New York that nobody likes. So, yeah, ruin an iconic view for 26 apartments that will most likely be empty most of the time. It's on your bucket list to come curse out the building. We should have a meetup just to do that. We'll all get together right here at the Flatiron Building and we'll all just curse out the. There's actually there is a Instagram page that's called FU. What's the address again? It's like 560 or 260 Fifth Avenue. It's FU 265th Avenue. It's pretty funny. No, he did know it, Neil. He was supposedly he was made aware. He knew the placement, and he was actually excited that his building was going to be placed so close to such an iconic building. So he actually knew the placement of it. I'm just terrified about that wall, that load-bearing wall. Yeah, Russian oligarchs. No, 452. No. No, it's 520. I think it's like 5. No, sorry, 2. It's 260. It's 260 Fifth Avenue. 432 Park Avenue. That's the other building on Park Avenue. That's super narrow. Today's wacky face brought to us by Schaefer Beer with the all-new Pop Top. For people who like having fun, for people who like having more than one, this face is for you. Everybody's gonna stare at me, so I'll give you a show. I know I look crazy, tucking into a candy bar, and anyway. Yeah, 260 Fifth Avenue. As we walk down now the lower part of Fifth Avenue. The architect is an asshole. Because he knew what but then again, he was given parameters and he designed something that fell within the parameters that the developer wanted. So, you know. Good to see you, Busy. Good to see you, Phyllis. That one load-bearing wall, though, freaks me the fuck out. Like, something very simple could happen, like, you know, like a truck or something like that. Having a malfunction, you know. That's another building, like, you literally cannot pay me to live in. There's a lot of disparaging commentary on that building on YouTube, I know. Tony, I don't know if we should do it. I don't know if we're going to do a sunset. What time is it? 7:43. I don't think we're going to make it over to the Hudson River in time. I'm going to be honest. I don't think we're going to get the greatest sunset. There's a lot of overcast today, so a few clouds. Don't forget about... There you go, John. There you go. Oh, that'll be awesome, city. You climb it, all right? You climb it. You climb that shit. There's actually some rather distressing news about 161 Maiden Lane, the Leaning Tower of Lower Manhattan. Supposedly, the tuned mass damper at the top of the building that prevents the building from swaying too much is not functional. So the building is swaying way too much. With a bad foundation. Are we doing a TikTok? Are we doing a TikTok? Oh, we got another crazy person. All right, crazy person number 2. Behind us, luckily. We're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, I know, it's true, Calvin. It's true. Miami has a lot of like ticky-tack buildings. That's another place. Some of those buildings, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna scream at the load-bearing walls. And I said, oh, Jesus Christ, he's really flipping out back there. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep grooving. I don't want to stay far away from the crazy person. If you're new to the broadcast, by the way, let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. If you like what you're watching, hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously. It helps more people find the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Dutch Maz. I'm a licensed New York City tour guide, showing around the 5 boroughs. We're due a trip to Staten Island and Queens and all the other boroughs. Brooklyn we have covered because we're always in Brooklyn and we're always in Manhattan. But yeah, we got to do the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island too. We are due a trip over there. But good to see everybody, people. If you're over there on Twitch, I appreciate you. Welcome over there on Twitch, yeah. On there on Twitch now. But we'll all get together and we'll curse out 265th Avenue. And we'll scream at the load-bearing wall. Ooh, an espresso store. I heard Nespressos are nice, but they're very expensive. Ah, it's all good, Busy. It's all good. Thanks for hitting that like button. I appreciate you. We're going to Washington Square Park. Our ultimate destination will be Lower Manhattan. We're going downtown, where all the lights are bright downtown. You're going to be all right now in downtown. Yep, the Bronx is up and the battery is down. Yes, indeed. That's another song, New York, New York. Let me tell you something, Rudy. Philly Captain, one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been watching Philly Captain for, at least 10 years. Probably maybe 12, 13 years. I watched him when he first started out. And I was instantly hooked. He is the, if you guys want to know about the Franklin Mills Mall, he worked in there. He has all the history. All right. Great YouTube voice, great energy. Love the collaboration with him and Jacob Carpetbagger for America 250. That's right. Listen, we got to mention Petulia Clark, right? We're going downtown. We got to mention Petulia Clark. And I will not sleep in the subway. I cannot sleep in the subway. Anyway. But yeah, if you guys don't know who Philly Captain is, give him a follow. Great, great YouTuber from the Philadelphia area. I've been watching a lot of people for a long time, I realize. And I don't, like the new people I watch them like hardcore. Like probably the newest YouTuber that I watch a lot is probably UA Eats from New Jersey. Always going to restaurants and steakhouses around the tri-state area. Yeah. And you know a place where we could go? Good. Happy about that. Oh, Artisan Flower Shop still has their flowers out here. This is 14th Street. Still got their flowers out. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a sunset. We got clouds. We got clouds right on the horizon. So no sunset today. I know a place where the music is fine and the lights are low, winds blow. Yeah, with Tepper J. Yeah, remember that, Lorraine? That was great. That was great. You watch UA Eats too? Yeah, he's good stuff. Artisan Flower Shop always looks great. They still got their pink flowers out. We're passing by the new school. Hey, thanks for subscribing. every day when the workers of hey.
Celebrates 53 months of membership.
Let's go.
Waving emoji.
53 months of membership to Dutch Miles Plus. Let's go. Who is this? I appreciate you. I gotta thank you properly. Pat Waters Vlogs. Good to see you, Pat. Thank you so much for being a channel member for the last 53 months. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. And I want to thank Pat Waters Vlogs and all of the channel members for being one of us. One of us. Gooba gaba, one of us. One of us, Pat. One of us. Good to see you, Pat Waters. Hope you are doing well on this Sunday evening. We're coming up to the Salamagundi Club. That's right. Appreciate you, Pat. Good to see you, my man. Welcome on in. I don't think we're going to get much of a sunset. It's going behind clouds. Going behind the clouds. Don't apologize to the Nightbot. It's just a computer. It's just a computer script. It's fine. Ah, yes. Here it is. The Salamagundi Club. They always have art on exhibit, art classes. It's open to the public. It's in a beautiful historic building. And they always have great conversations in this place about creation and all that, everything that goes with creation. Whether it be photography, film. I've gone to a couple discussions about film creation and editing. It's a beautiful thing. East 11th Street we are now passing. And we're heading downtown if you're just joining us. What are we at now here? An hour and a half into the stream. Now I have a funny memory coming up on the next street. The next street here, I actually got to see Alec Baldwin escape the paparazzi. And he rode the wrong way down. No, it's actually the next street down. He rode 2 more streets down. He rode the wrong way down the street. And the cops gave him a ticket because he was riding the wrong way down a one-way street. And I was trying to tell the cops, like, hey, he's just trying to get away from the paparazzi. You've been watching some DoorDash? There's a lot of people doing DoorDash live streams. And actually, it was this street. It was 10th Street. It's right here. He went down this street right here. Calvin, we might have dropped the signal for a moment there. So you might have saw the commercial with the old Dominican lady. But I think we're back. We should be back. That's the Be Right Back screen is vintage commercials from New York City. But we should be back. When the signal drops, even though we're like maxed out, I don't know why you would see that. Yeah, that's my placeholder when the signal drops. Classic commercials. I might have to change the stream key. I might have to change the stream key to this thing. All right. 9th Streets. What is this? It's an Abby Lee Miller lookalike competition. Oh, was that today? Oh man, we missed it. The prize was $50 in a Baskin Robbins gift card. I wonder who won. That's like really random. I kind of wish I was here for that. Just a couple of blocks away from Washington Square Park. Yeah, I have a weird placeholder. Vintage New York City area ads. I want to keep you engaged. Positively 8th Street, everybody. Right down the block here, the Electric Lady Studios. And Jimi Hendrix Corner there. Finally has a proper signage. Abby Lee Meltzer entered and lost. Was she really here? Yeah, actual trees, Bob. This is the lower part of Fifth Avenue, so there's a lot of these are all like residential buildings down here and dorms for NYU, and you have the Washington Muse right here. So down here you actually have a lot of trees and stuff. Yeah, was it funny? Good. That's what I go for on this channel. All right, let's see what's happening here in Washington Square Park. Let's see if any of the Kick live streamers are around. Hey, thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, trees for oligarchs. Is that the new program now? You pay $20, trees for oligarchs. Ooh, I hear somebody playing Jimi Hendrix. What's going on here? What's going here on this movie set? Oh, this guy's just like rocking out. I love it. Let's fucking go. Got a whole drum kit out here. Wow, it's jumping in here today. When is it not jumping though? I feel like it's like the last unhomogenized spot. There's the arch. Right there. What, is the drummer guy out?
All the respect. I sat up there because I was invisible over there.
Hey, thanks for following on Twitch. A lot of artists selling their wares. Oh, and here's the wizard. The wizard is out. The wizard is out. Where's Mr. Bass? Wow, he's got the crowd going here. Always something happening, Cliff. He's feeling it. There's a psychedelic jam out. Holy shit. Oh, look, this one down here is doing the TikTok. She got the whole setup. Are we in the dance cipher? We came pretty close. Everyone's not on acid. It's just they're feeling the energy. They're feeling the vibes. They might have smoked a little something too.
Excuse me, officer. You're blocking the disabled ramp, please, sir. Sir, you're blocking the ramp, sir.
Is that Mitch McConnell? Yes. Cruising for a Bluesing. Yes, that's Mitch McConnell. Oh, he's risen from the dead, and he's spazzing out in Washington Square Park. Absolutely. He's dancing. He's feeling the energy. He's feeling the vibes, and he's having a good damn time. He's still very much alive. You know her, Nina? She's always here. I'm pretty impressed with her setup. She got a laptop and everything. The edibles are good. If the edibles are not good, you're sleeping. Hey, how many people gotta run through the red light? Jesus Christ. We continue on. We continue on. All right, so we got Mitch McConnell on the stream, everybody. W. Mitch McConnell. So that wasn't an AI picture, right? He was just like in bed with his wife. He really had to go pee bad. Ah, okay. Japanese Madonna. That's her username? That's a pretty cool username. Yo, is that Dunkin' Donuts over here on West 3rd Street? Where the fuck have I been? There's a Dunkin' Donuts right over here. Is this like the bougie Dunkin' Donuts where like everybody's hanging out? No, this is like the cool Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, look at that. It's a whole crowd. This is the popular Dunkin' Donuts. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting their Dunkin' Donuts. Good to see you, Joe T. Come on in, sir. Always an interesting experience at Washington Square. Always. Oh, shit, for Mr. Based. Hey, Galaxy Gas. I'm like the big one. I want the big one. I don't need Galaxy Gas to make my voice sound weird. I could just do it on my own for free. All right, finally get to see the young people. Young people tend to be downtown. Young people tend to be downtown. Yeah, still no Dunkin' in Idaho. I know. I know. Granny used to call it Dunky Donuts. Okay. I don't know. I don't see the allure in Galaxy Gas. Because all it is, it's was it nitrous? So it makes you supposedly get high for like 30 seconds, and then that's it. It's over. They used to call it a Dunky Donuts. Oh yes, that's how she's called Dunky. Donkey Donuts. Here's one of my favorite politicians of all time. Fiorello LaGuardia. Right there. Always loved a statue of him. Always loved a statue. One of my favorites. Yeah, with a heavy Spanish accent. I love it, Jenna. I love it. Ah, it's pretty crazy, Joe. As we now walk down LaGuardia Place. I'll see you later, Karen. Have a great day out there along the Bay of Fundy. Shout out to all my friends up there in Canada. We'll grab a Molson there. Grab you a little Molson there. Good to see you, Donald Dove. Welcome on in. If you're new to the broadcast, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Mo Eats, Mo Eats, Mo Eats. He has all the eats. Got Mo Eats. He got the shawarma. He got the shawarma. And this Martin Williams is still here. Hey, Cyborg Queen. Thanks for following on Twitch. These are the IM Paid designed buildings right here. Is there walkable cities in the United States? I mean, where I'm walking now, I guess. Most cities are walkable in the United States. But then when you leave the city, stuff gets pretty complicated. So, but for the most part, yes. I mean, Chicago was extremely walkable. Philadelphia was walkable. Washington, D.C. is walkable. Boston is walkable. You know, Los Angeles is kind of... I was stupid enough to ride a bike in Los Angeles. And I rode around downtown and, yeah, got the adrenaline pumping. Gotta toss me a moose head there, eh? Thank you very much there, eh? Appreciate it. Appreciate it there, eh? No one named Flute. No, exactly, Can. Exactly, Crucifer Bluesing, exactly. Listen, Fiorello LaGuardia was a special guy. Okay, we're going to go down West Broadway. When we had that crazy thunderstorm like a week ago, West Broadway here flooded. Now, a couple of things. I saw some very interesting takes about the video of the flooding on West Broadway, and they were blaming Mendami. Listen, no amount of infrastructure can move that amount of water in about 50 minutes, 40, 50 minutes, okay? So when you have that amount of water flowing, there's no way, and if you have the storm drains and everything all filled up with garbage, it's going to slow the process down, and you're going to get minor flooding or spot flooding, and no mayor, no president could be responsible for that. So just a heads up on that. Yeah, Seattle has some walkable, but just some hilly parts. There you go, Din. Yeah. I want to visit Seattle one of these days. I always wanted to visit Seattle. Hey, we're crossing Houston Streets. Not Houston Street, Houston Street. Remember that. Houston Street, named after the Dutch family that used to own the land around here. And we're going on to West Broadway. Let's see how aggressive these guys are making the turn. So we're going to go right down by where there's a place called Felix. And that's the place that had all the flooding. Ah, awesome, Nina. Yeah, share some screenshots. Hells yeah. That's what the community page is for. Appreciate it, Nina. We got something like 1.5 inches of rain in like 45 minutes a couple of weeks ago. And no amount of infrastructure could help that. No amount of infrastructure could overcome that. So. Oh, I know, Deb. It is pretty hilarious. There's actually, Deb, there's a comedian out of Bay Ridge, home neighborhood there, home base. And he has a whole series about it, Deb. It's really funny. So. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's pretty hilarious, Dev. The rain was intense. I mean, this is the thing. It's like you got 1.5 inches of rain falling in fucking 40 minutes. You gotta have problems. That's a lot of freaking water. A lot of water. This guy is gloriously distracted. Holy shit. We're by all the fancy shops now. This is West Broadway here. I think the Kardashians once had a shop around here called Dash. Come on. As it gets darker, as the sun goes down. Right. Ring concierge? What? You need a concierge to hold a fucking ring? Straight ahead, One World Trade Center. We might just keep going here. We're making good time here. We're only 1 hour and 46 minutes into the stream. All right, this is the, right, is this the street coming up? Or it's like the next one down? We're in the area where like the flooding happened. Some cool photos in there. That's neat. This is a World Cup photo. 1986. It's cool. Sometimes these galleries are just so interesting to look into. Alien Beast, or Elon Beast. Thanks for following on Twitch. Appreciate you. Welcome to New York. We're making our way downtown. And I think it's the next block down. We're on Spring. I want to say that flooding was on Broome. And it got crazy. There's a couple of feet of water down here. A couple of feet of water. And the water built up. It didn't like rain a couple of feet, but the water couldn't drain fast enough. And there's no amount of infrastructure that could help that. Oh boy, somebody must have stepped in some dog poop and they tried to get off their shoe and just smeared it everywhere. Wow, that was water. Save 5 gallons of water. You can save water. That's 5 gallons of water. Water. Quack, quack. Ooh, fancy. It's free, people. I could go in there, it's free. Go in there, the store said free, people. I'm confused. Yeah, it's like right around here is where the flooding happened. And this is Broome. So it's the next block down. Forget about the pizza, exactly. Forget about it. Yeah, next block is where the crazy video of the flooding happened. Yeah, people don't realize, right? It's like it's not perfectly flat. But right here, we would have been about maybe a foot or two deep into the water. So right here, here's Felix. It's a restaurant called Felix on that corner right over there. And then right here, this whole intersection right here was like, it was like 2 feet deep, like a foot and a half, 2 feet deep of water. There are people literally like stranded inside the restaurant. And some people just had to leave. So a big shout out to the restaurant there. They were giving people garbage bags to walk in. Well, this is the spot right here. Completely inundated with water. Oh, look at this! Finally, I was looking for one of these guys. Hey, you're the fucking guy with a fucking van. A man with a fucking large van. He does Facebook pickups, 1-bedroom moves, furniture, junk removal. He's available every fucking day. You give my boy Alex a call at 347-508-8988. That's 347-508-8988. Fucking call Alex, the fucking man with the large van, all right? Hey, tell him Dutch sent you. Tell him Dutch sent you. Anyway, right here, big flooding right here. And Conspired Life, good to see you, man. Wow, are these people like waiting for the, like, what's going on here? They're on Facebook? They're doing Facebook Marketplace in their car? Fucking man with the van. Nah, Alex is not a serial killer. He does kill cereal every morning. It's called Cheerios. He loves this Cheerios. So he fucking kills that fucking cereal every fucking day. He gotta be ready. It's pretty dry now. It's pretty dry now. They've cleaned it. The neighborhood cleans up well. And see, I don't know if you guys can tell, we're going on a slight uphill now. So for the last block, we were going on a slight downhill. Now we're doing a slight uphill to Canal Street. And yes, the canal on Canal Street still exists. It's a pipe. It's like a 10-foot diameter pipe, very deep underground. Like it's like almost 20 feet under the surface. It's basically a storm drain. Guys want to see Ghostbusters Firehouse, huh? The car wants to see. The car votes for Ghostbusters Firehouse. It's a lovely breeze down here, I'm telling you. And it's like, what are you honking at? What are you fucking honking at over here, fucking guy? Anyway, Canal Street, everybody. Ooh, the moonrise. What the moonrise? We don't have the sunset, but we got the moonrise. Oh, we got this new mural here. Let me show you guys this mural. I have been meaning to show you guys this mural. It's a cool one. Really cool picture opportunity here. And yeah, beautiful One World Trade Center. Got the Jenga building now. 60 Leonard Street. Right there. Look at this. By Alec. Good evening there. Beautiful evening there, sweet Serenity. Beautiful evening. Ooh, check this out. This is so cool. Alec loves doing Richie Rich and stuff like that. Somebody was so enthralled by my narration and my gimbal that she almost took a face plant onto the sidewalk. I'll give her some time so she doesn't feel embarrassed. She almost fucking took a face plant. She was like twisting her head around so much that she almost took a face plant. Oh God, why are you slowing down? I don't want to embarrass you. Nah, we don't interview people, Bob. I don't interview people unless like it's like super relevant. I don't like to bother people. People are usually, running around doing things. So I let people be. But now, unless there is something happening and the moment does arise where I could ask somebody a question or somebody asks me a question, then we'll talk. But for the most part, no, I don't just like stop random people and ask them random questions. Like, let's see, what's a dumb question I hear people say all the time? Hey, New York or LA? Like some kind of stuff like that. It's like, I'm cool. You're sorry. Sorry. All right, let's cross the street over here. Oh my God, the filming location for Mr. Telephone Man. Right here. They filmed the music video right here, people. New edition. Let's wait for the light. Let's wait for the light. Let's admire the view of the Jenga building. There's the Jenga building. My narration is good, of course. No, she did not recognize me, sweet surrounding. If people recognize me, they always say Dutch. They go Dutch. She just wanted to. I mentioned the art, and she spun her head around. Anyway, let's go Ghostbusters Firehouse. Oh my God, the filming location for Mr. Telephone Man right here. Oh my God. The new edition. Actually, can we still see the remnants of the... Yes, I am the man of 90 different... I am the new... what's his name? Oh my God, the man of 1,000 voices from Canada. Oh yeah, here it is. Still a little bit of remnants left of the Mr. Telephone Man. It was a six payphone thing right here. 6 payphone booth right here. I prefer calling it the World Trade Center because that pays tribute to the people who lost their lives there. Also, Freedom Tower is not an official name. Freedom Tower was something blurred. He explained it. George Pataki, the governor of New York State, literally blurted it out. He said, the Freedom Tower. To me, Freedom Tower sounds like just dumb tower. So I don't like it. And I like the original name. It's the World Trade Center. People work at the World Trade Center, and it's a tribute to those people that we've lost. Changing the name, turning into something like that, it's kind of... You missed the plot. You misses the plot. A bunch of times, Ink Inspired Life, a bunch of times we've come up on stuff that's happening, that's newsworthy. Yeah, we've done it a few times. Hope to do it again sometime soon. And there's the Jenga building right there. Ah, there it is. No, I know, Joe. I know. What's his name? David Childs. Yeah, he doesn't like the name Freedom Tower. Yeah, David Childs, the architect of One World Trade Center, does not like the name. But it's not the official name anyway. It's the World Trade Center, or 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, all the way up, all the way up to number 7 World Trade. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that, Sheep said Steve. I think it's a shame that people are trying to bar the current mayor from visiting. I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, you want me to say not be nonpartisan, so I'm just going to say I don't like that. I find that very disrespectful to the mayor and some of the families that want him there. So that's all I'll say. And it's not thousands, actually. I saw the New York Post quote, thousands of people from the families are saying they don't want him there. And then in the very article, they say 300. So is it thousands or 300? If you believe and read the Post, guys, you're being played to. You're being lied to. But anyway, I will leave it at that. I cannot wait for 2 World Trade Center to get finally built. I'm very happy with the design. It almost mimics the original design of 2 World Trade Center, which I was really hoping for that original design to get built. But they went with a design that is a little bit more floor space. So, you know. But if you're new to the channel, every year we do a tour of the Tribute in Light, and you'll see the Tribute in Light from many different vantage points. We do that live stream. That's the one live stream I do, rain or shine. So we do that every year because as somebody who had to work downtown, smelled it for the 6 months it burned, been lied to by the federal and state and city governments to go back to work. For me, it is a healing process to show you guys at home the Tribute in Light. So, you know, you're more than welcome cruising for a bluesing. You're more than welcome. But again, getting back to the original question, it's the World Trade Center. It's 1 World Trade Center, or just simply the World Trade Center. And I think we're going to go to the World Trade Center now, but keep going. I think we might end the stream where we ended the stream yesterday at South Ferry. 60 Leonard Street right there. The Jenga building. Yeah, unfortunately, we're never going to get the twin towers ever back again. But from certain angles, number 2 World Trade Center will kind of mimic that look. So that's what I'm excited about. And it's going to be a very powerful conclusion to building, to finally figuring out how to complete the whole plan there. Yeah, I heard about that, George. Good to see you, George. Yeah, I want to check that out. Yeah, I heard about that. They have a light bulb in there that's been going for all these years. It's pretty cool. Well, there she is. There's 1 World Trade Center. You know, the spire alone is 407 feet. You gotta hit me, 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 you gotta hit me. What do you gotta do? Fun fact, just act crazy and people will respect you in New York. Desi Des, good to see you, Desi. No, it's not. Ink inspired, no. So all the buildings at the World Trade Center have to adhere to like an envelope, like certain parameters, because there are sight lines of from all the buildings at the New World Trade Center that when Daniel Libeskind, 56 Leonard, thank you so much, TPR. I misspoke. 56 Leonard Street, the Jenga building. Thanks for the correction. Anyway, the new buildings at the World Trade Center have to adhere to sightlines. When Daniel Libeskind, the master planner of the new World Trade Center, was creating the layout, thanks for subscribing. When he planned out when he did the master plan for the new World Trade Center, he took into account the position of the sun on September 11th. So the buildings and the height of the buildings are placed in a way so that for the most part, the Memorial Plaza is never in shadow. And also on September 11th, the morning of September 11th, the sun lines up with the spine of the oculus, creating what's called the wedge of light. And it's pretty cool. There were a lot of naysayers, like some people in the New York Post, who said, oh, it's not going to work, and it actually works quite well. So it's one of those simple things. But look up a video for Wedge of Light. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. But the whole thing, the whole site, basically, it's the actual name of the World Trade Center, the configuration of the buildings, by Daniel Libeskind. It's called Memory Foundations. And basically, one World Trade Center will always be the tallest. And then from this perspective, two World Trade Center will be like right here in front of us. It'll be literally right here. And it'll be a little shorter than one World Trade Center. Then you have 3 and 4, which are already completed. And those are a little shorter still. 5 World Trade Center will be the only building, the new building at the World Trade Center, that's not in the original footprint of the World Trade Center. The number 5 World Trade Center will be in the footprint of the Deutsche Bank building, the largest and most heavily damaged building outside of the original complex. Yeah, Deborah, it's a great book, Deborah. It's a great book. Frank, I'm glad you're enjoying, Frank. I'm glad you're enjoying. Good to see you. All is well. Yeah, that's a great book. Daniel Libeskind, you know, through that whole process, became one of my favorite architects. So, Daniel Libeskind did a really great job of, you know, I think that it would have been a shame if the site was just like a big memorial. I think having and reclaiming the office space there is a tribute to the people that we've lost. So, yes, I do. Inspired, yeah. That's one of my main spots I do tours at. And actually, you know, I learned something about this clock here. Ladies and gentlemen, I learned this very recently. Hey, thanks for following there, Pew Pew. This is the oldest hand-wound clock in New York City. And every week, they come here and they manually spoil up the little spool in there, and so the clock could work. And one day, Casey Neistat, he lives in the neighborhood, he actually wound up the clock one day. And he made a really great vlog about it, so check it out. But yeah, that is the oldest hand-wound clock, public clock, in the city. I think it's one of the last ones just in existence in general, too. There might be just like maybe 1 or 2 of them left. Yes, exactly, Frank. Yeah, no, exactly, Deborah. And by the way, Daniel Libeskind was the main proponent for the Performing Arts Center. He said that there has to be a place for performance there because, again, it's a celebration of life. So from this perspective here, and just stand by here for just a moment. There we go. So from this perspective here, so this is one World Trade Center. That's 7 World Trade Center beneath it. And then on the other side here, that's number 3 and 4 World Trade Center are right over there. No, you know what it was, Cliff? I'll tell you why we didn't want to build the full Twin Towers. It was because it was way too much office space. So, another fun fact about the original Twin Towers. Good to see you there, Florida Cat. Another fun fact about the original Twin Towers was that it was a lot of space. It was 12.5 million square feet of office space, right? The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center were not fully occupied until the mid-1990s. So it took 30 years to fill up those buildings. We did not want to have buildings go up empty. And actually, this is why it's taking so long for them to begin construction on number 2 World Trade Center, is because we don't want the buildings to go up empty. In total, when number 2 World Trade Center is completed, we will have reclaimed about half of the office space lost, around 6.5 million square feet of office space. And that's it. We're going to cap it at that. Number 5 World Trade Center will be a residential / hotel built on the Deutsche Bank site. And but we don't want these buildings to go up empty. And also, there's a lot of safety systems in the new World Trade Center. You know, they're way above code. So, you know, the core of all the buildings, 2.5-foot thick reinforced concrete. The stairs are double the width of New York City code. The cores of the buildings are pressurized. So if there's a fire, smoke will be forced out of the elevator shafts and stairways. The glass is like automotive glass. It's like a windshield glass. So if the glass were to shatter, it will shatter to such small pieces that it won't cut you. So they really are designed as if they are a target. Good to see you, Jan. Jan, welcome on in. We'll do a tour of the World Trade Center right now. We'll do a little twilight tour here of the World Trade Center. As you see, it's so quiet downtown compared to Midtown. So quiet down here. As the sun goes down, gets a little bit more calmer down here. But yeah. So that's why when people were proposing, like, oh, just build the Twin Towers again, it's a little short-sighted to do that because, one, do we really need another 12.5 million square feet of office space when we didn't really need it originally? And also, will there be that much need? Will there be enough companies to fill up those spaces? You know, the original idea behind the World Trade Center was quite optimistic, but it never really came to fruition. And it really was only in the late 80s into the 90s when the information age really took hold and you had a lot of companies coming out of this whole internet thing. That's when the buildings really began to shine. So we start off here with the last building to fall and the first building to be rebuilt at the World Trade Center. This is number 7 World Trade Center. Now, the original number 7 actually came all the way out to here. So there's a lot of people here. Alex, yeah, good to see you, man. You're more than welcome. There's usually a lot of people downtown, but if you are going to come here on September 11th, come out here at night for the Tribute and Light. There's going to be people here, but it's not too crowded. You can get around. But during the day, obviously, the whole area is closed off for the families. But this is number 7 World Trade Center. This was the last building to fall and the first building to rise. And we have a nice weird bit of art here from Frank Stella. What is the name of this piece? I always forget the name of this piece. Yeah, no, the pandemic definitely changed the need for office space as well. Let's see, do we have a little plaque for the arts? Or no? There's no plaque for the weird art? Anyway, this is by Frank Stella. He likes doing these weird sculptures like this. Yeah, the pandemic, the great resets. I've heard the pandemic referenced as. When I think of the New World Trade Center, I think of it as like it's sculptural. You know, it's simple shapes. You know, some of the suggested designs for the New World Trade Center were kind of crazy. So I think we really did find a nice balance between what we need and what we got. And right here in front of us, this simple cube. This is the World Trade Center Performing Arts Center. And this Performing Arts Center is really cool. It features movable acoustic walls. So you could turn the performance spaces into very dynamic performance spaces. As you see, the stone here, the marble is lit up from behind. Looks really cool. But this is technically number 6 World Trade Center. And then, of course, Santiago Calatrava's Oculus, the World Trade Center transit hub, meant to represent the spreading wings of a dove. And then that spine there, that's the wedge of light there. That's what lines up with the position of the sun between 8:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the morning, only on September 11th. And now we have this. We have a new wall here, a blank wall here. There was a seating area right here. This is where number 2 World Trade Center is going to rise. So I am going to miss all of the really cool street art that was here, but I always knew it was going to be temporary. Oh, it's called Jasper's Split Star. Thank you so much, Neil. Jasper's Split Star. They actually put up this construction fencing really quick. So they filled out the whole thing here. Wow, this is my first time seeing this. I could imagine, it's a beautiful structure. Wow, the construction fence comes all the way out. Okay, so we can't see the murals anymore. Where the murals are just behind it, that is the base. That's the base structure for 2 World Trade Center. But it's gonna rise right here. And I'm gonna kind of miss the kind of openness of the space, but it was always meant to be all these buildings here. So we're finally getting to see the World Trade Center proper get filled out. And then, of course, Memorial Plaza is right here. The name of the plaza is called Reflecting Absence. Yeah, a lot has changed. It's being built right now, Lisa. Construction just started. That's why the construction fencing is up. Construction fencing is up, and construction has commenced on number 2 World Trade Center. It should be finished in about 6 years. Because again, all the buildings here at the New World Trade Center are quite complicated. They have triple redundancy, 3 separate systems for water, power, and communication. So in case any one system goes down, another system can come back up within 90 seconds to facilitate a safe evacuation. The stairs are double the width of New York City code, so 2 firefighters in full gear can walk up the stairs, while 2 office workers can walk down the steps side by side. And again, the cores of the buildings are pressurized to keep the smoke out of the elevator shafts and stairways. And yeah, Can, you're more than welcome. You know what it is, Can? There's a lot of misnomers. I hear a lot of people talking about the World Trade Center and getting a lot of stuff wrong. And if there's one thing I could do here online is tell you guys the truth. So good to see friend to all. Thanks for following on Twitch. So Din, the reason why this little chain is here is because Memorial Plaza is closed. Memorial Plaza closes right at sunset. It's actually kind of early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. But yeah, Memorial Plaza is closed. So this is all plastic. So these will all get removed in a matter of minutes. This is the South Tower. South Tower Void here. There's 273 white swamp oak trees. There's no meaning behind the number of the trees and also the placement of the trees. There's no real meaning behind it. But the last line of trees before you touch the names, that is roughly where the wall would have been for the Twin Towers, whether it be the North or South Tower. The reflecting pools are just a little bit smaller than the actual footprints of the Twin Towers. And the reflecting absence, the memorial voids are actually an engineering marvel in their own right. They're some of the world's largest man-made waterfalls, which is incredible. And what's even more incredible is that underneath these massive waterfalls, that's where the museum is. And underneath the museum is the PATH train subway loop or train loop. So it's a really complicated site, and that's why it took so long to get rebuilt. And don't forget also, Hurricane Sandy came. Hurricane Sandy completely flooded this entire construction site and set back the construction for about 18 months. Yeah, can. I remember I delivered a few packages here to the old Twin Towers in the 90s myself. It was a simpler time. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's go up to, we haven't been there in a while. Let's go up to Liberty Park.
Sunday Fun Day, Dutch Mass Edition. Let's go.
Let's go Pico64 with a $20 super chat. Pico, thank you so much with the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $20 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $20 super chat. Let's go. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's live stream. Sunday Fun Day indeed. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go up to Liberty Park here, and I'll show you some more cool stuff. So now, as we come here into the back of the back end here of the park, this is where number 5 World Trade Center would rise from. This is where the Deutsche Bank building used to be. Now, construction was supposed to already begin, but nothing has happened. So I don't know what's going on. But Pico, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So, 1 World Trade Center, number 7, number 4 is right here in front of us. And now we're walking up to Liberty Park. Liberty Park originally was a street-level parking lot. And in the middle of that parking lot was a tiny little church. It was the Greek Orthodox Church, the Shrine of St. Nicholas. We now have a new church here. And it is the most fortified church in the world, designed by Santiago Calatrava. A beautiful structure. Again, you get that backlit marble on this right here. Yeah, right? Used to hug him there, cruising for a bluesing. Yeah, no, the lighting is very dramatic. The lighting is very dramatic. You come here at night and, you know, it's like little shades here. But welcome to Liberty Park. Liberty Park is an elevated park, as you can see. And we're above the entrance to the truck loading dock for the Oculus. So for all the shops down in the Oculus, they all get loaded up from right here. So we have here, and it's growing. The Anne Frank tree is right here. This tree was it's a sapling from the original chestnut tree that grew outside the secret annex where Anne Frank and her family hid from the Nazis back in 1942 to 1944. So this tree right here, that's the Anne Frank tree, and it is growing quite beautifully. And we come up here onto the main area of Liberty Park, and we see this absolutely beautiful church here. The National Shrine of St. Nicholas here, the Greek Orthodox Church, the most fortified church in the world. There's a beautiful mosaic that tells the story of September 11th inside of there. And just a beautiful, beautiful structure. But they might have to fix their lights. They might have to fix their... I don't think it's meant to do that. It's true, Frank. Yeah, to find properly skilled workers is tough. And now, something that always makes me remember and think. Here is the last surviving piece of sculpture art from the World Trade Center. This used to stand in the middle of the Austin Tobin Plaza between the Twin Towers. And this is Fritz Cohen's sphere. This was on a fountain. It used to very slowly rotate. And it was meant for like peace on earth and all that good stuff. And no doubt I had lunch next to this thing probably hundreds of times. What I used to love about the World Trade Center was that even on the most crowded, hot summer days, you could come into the plaza of the World Trade Center and you could always find a spot to sit down that's in the shade. And even better yet, you could find a spot that's away from people, so you kind of have a little bit of quiet time in the shade. And this was right in the center. Right in the center of the plaza there. I kind of wish they incorporated this into the memorial, but roughly where this stood is the entrance to the museum. But here it is. Fritz Cohen's sphere. For a brief moment, it was on display with an internal flame in Battery Park before it came back here back in 2017. But that's what it used to look like. It used to be a big fountain around it, and there was a big benches around the whole perimeter of it. And then they had the stage set up back over here. That's number 2 World Trade Center, peeking in. And then right up here, that is the hotel. The Marriott, I think it was a Marriott hotel. I can't remember exactly when. And then 1 World Trade Center will be off in this direction, off to the far right-hand side. But there were always little tables and chairs set up around there, so you could always find a little spot there. It was a great, great place. But this is the survivor. This is the survivor. It bears the scars from that horrible day 25 years ago. And I'm happy it's still with us too. And then you have this footbridge here, which takes you into the World Financial Center. And this is probably the largest and last piece of the original World Trade Center, is right here. So this footbridge was built in the mid-1980s. And this will take you into the World Financial Center. Originally, there would have been a set of steps that took you down to the street level, because the parking lot was literally just a parking lot. It was just a big parking lot with a little tiny 4-story building that was the Greek Orthodox Church, which was unfortunately destroyed when the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapsed. But good to see you, John, from Helsinki, Finland. But now we're looking across Memorial Plaza, One World Trade Center, number 7, number 3, and number 4, right there. And then in the middle, you have the Oculus in the background there, and then right there, that silver structure, that is the entrance to the museum. Yeah, that new King Kong movie really showed the plaza of the World Trade Center really nicely. That movie and the movie The Wiz showed the plaza of the World Trade Center really nicely. Fritz Cohen's sphere, right there. Then we come over here, and there is another. It's a gift, really, that was given to us. Wow, they're really horny down there. Horny horns. Anyway, there's another little. This is literally a gift. Somebody created a statue here. Yeah, it connects to Brookfield Place. It's called Brookfield Place, but the original name was the World Financial Center, and I'm kind of crazy. I still call it the World Financial Center. I hate calling it Brookfield Place because there's a Brookfield Place in Australia. So Brookfield Place or World Financial Center is the same thing. But this is the America's Response Monument right here, and this is a gift from an artist here. The statue represents an American Green Beret who rode on horseback into combat in Afghanistan in October 2001. The first time in over 50 years that an American troops rode on horseback, Dewey Blumberg created this bronze statue to honor the U.S. Army Special Forces and Special Operations Forces, the Central and as well as the Central Intelligence Agency and other interagency teams who were all called to serve following the attacks on the World Trade Center. The monument is subtitled De Oppresse Libre, the motto of the U.S. Army Special Forces, which means liberate the oppressed. The America's Response Monument made its debut at the New York City Veterans Day Parade in 2011 before finding its permanent home here in Liberty Park in 2016. So 10 years already this has been here. But I remember I remember this being shown, like it was on a truck for many years, and they would just drive it around. So, yeah. Pretty cool, huh? You're more than welcome to be inspired. Yeah, but I'm kind of crazy. I refuse to call it Brookfield Place. It's the World Financial Center. That's what it was called. That's what it will always be called. Even though like it's mostly like there's like a lot of like law firms in there nowadays. There's not too much actual trading going on. But look how cool that looks. What a beautiful structure that is. What a beautiful structure. I don't think they're supposed to blink like that. Yo, Calatrava, can you fix it? Okay, you guys, who wants to see the last surviving piece of the World Trade Center, like the subway station? Who wants to see that? Let me know. Who wants to see it? Let's see it, friend. All you got it. The secret code? No secret code. Maybe the blinking. Yeah, maybe a secret code. All right, you want to see it, friends? All we'll go see it. I'm going to take you inside of the original World Trade Center subway station. or at least the entrance to the subway station. So when you guys come out here, you could see and experience this for yourself. Can you tell I'm going into tour guide? I've gone into tour guide mode a long time ago. We are very much into tour guide mode right now. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Never forget. That's right. But again, I think we found a nice balance to what we needed to get rebuilt and what we got in the end. I think we found a nice balance. Yes, we were New Amsterdam between 1624 and to 1664. Nah, friend to all, this time of night is usually this quiet because a lot of the office buildings are empty for the most part. I mean, there are a few people probably working, but this is normal. Number 4 World Trade Center, the East Coast offices for Spotify. And then in number 3 World Trade Center is Uber, amongst many, many other companies. But those are the main anchor companies that rent out space in 3 and 4 World Trade Center. I love the lobby art. The lobby art here is great. And also, yeah, so Cantor and Uber have their offices in this building. Yes, they do, Alex, but I don't think they actually have office space here at the World Trade Center. I think Planeteer is closer to the stock exchange. Friend to all, I mean, they're all interconnected. So 3 and 4 World Trade Center are connected to the Oculus. All the buildings at the World Trade Center are connected to the Oculus via the underground passageways. Then we get the weird art here, which I'm a very big fan of. Again, this pays tribute to everyone we've lost. We have this cool art bringing life to the space. You know, people using the space. It's a living memorial. That's what it is. And like I always like to say, you could knock down the biggest buildings in this city. We're just going to build them back bigger and better than before. Hey, thanks for subscribing. And OJ Sampson. Good to see you there, OJ. Welcome on in. We're on our way to show you one of the last original interior pieces of the World Trade Center. It's actually recently been like revamped, so I'll be seeing this for my first time as well. Oh, awesome, RFD. Good to see you. Welcome on into the show. You are more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoy the information. Let's see if it works. Ah. Here it is. Da 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 da. There it is. Here is the Oculus, the World Trade Center Transit Hub. Let me show you the last piece of the original World Trade Center. I remember when they first approved this design, I was so excited about it because it kind of reminds you of like a subway station in like the future, you know? It's the city of the future. That's what the World Trade Center is to me. It's the city of the future. Let's see if we can take the elevator. We never take the elevator. Oh, maybe not. People are having fun with the elevator. No, the Oculus closes at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to show you my favorite architectural piece of the Oculus here. That's right, Chuck Mangione. That's right, DJ Dirty. You know, good music. I freaking love this. This is what I love about Calatrava. We are on a platform that is literally curved and hovers above the floor here. It's like something out of Star Trek or something like that. The engineering that is behind this structure is truly inspiring and amazing. But now get your bearings. The PATH train is over there. The connection to Fulton Street Transit Center for the AC, the 2 to 3, the J to Z, and the 4 or 5 is through those right there. And then above that is the R and W trains, the yellow lines. So you got your area here, right? The Apple store is down there. Sugarfina is right here. But now, follow the sign to the E train station. So you see the sign. And Calatrava did this completely intentionally. And I just find this so amazing that he's done this. Now again, this is not wheelchair accessible. Hey, thanks for following. But now look, we go up the steps. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the original World Trade Center. You see the tile changes color. And this is the original entrance. So you would have gone out the A, C, and E train station. You'll come up this way, and then you would have been inside the mall right there. How cool is this? Everything here is original, except for pretty much the ceiling. The ceiling's been modified, but all the signage is saved. This banister here, it's all original. Hey, thanks for subscribing. These doors, these are all original. And then we even have a remnant from September 11th right here. We have a door that was marked on the 13th of September. The markings of this door were made by the search and rescue teams in the immediate aftermath of the attacks on September 11, 2001. The code indicates that the search occurred on September 13th, and the X represents that the conditions at the time were, in this area, dangerous. Other symbols represent that the search of the area was undertaken by the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and the Massachusetts Task Force. They left this intentional. This was all part of the design. Now they've added these pictures here. So let's do it. Let's do the timeline, everybody. They have a beautiful timeline that we can now experience. So here we go. The historic connections, a corridor like no other. So we begin with the Lenape and the native peoples of this land. And then we head on into from the Dutch era to the Industrial Revolution. And technically in this picture, we would be way up here. This building is still there. That building was designed by Cass Gilbert. That building is still there. And then here we have Radio Row. And this is where the red line runs today. This is the 123 train. That was when it was still elevated. But that's Radio Row there. And then we continue on back down the stairs, and then we begin to build the World Trade Center. The bathtub, it was called. This massive basin here that keeps the East River out. The 123 train runs right here along Greenwich Street. So we walked down the street from right here. This building still exists today. That's the Verizon building. And then this tunnel, right? It's actually these two tunnels here, and then there's a loop. This is the PATH train tubes right there. And then you get the birth of the World Trade Center right here. Hey, thanks for subscribing. So now the beautiful Twin Towers beginning to rise. And then in 1973, they're finally completed. And then that beautiful picture again of the plaza welcoming the world into the 1980s and 90s. That's one World Trade Center. That's two World Trade Center, and that's the hotel back there. Yeah, kept the Hudson River out. And then we come to those horrible days, 8:46 in the morning, and a mark in time. This very door right here. And then we come across here, and now we have, this gives us more of an idea of the history of all the transit connections here. So the Hudson and Manhattan Railway, now called the PATH train. PATH is short for Port Authority Trans-Hudson, but it's basically the Hudson and Manhattan tubes, and you can still see those signage today. And then the old Hudson Terminal. Ironically enough, the Hudson Terminal was a kind of a twinned towered structure. There were two very large buildings that were above what is today the PATH train loop. And then, of course, you had the old elevated train here running along Greenwich Street, which will eventually be put underground. We almost lost the Hudson tubes, but then the Port Authority came in and saved them. Following bankruptcy and years of plummeting ridership, we finally opened it up as the PATH train. The PATH train was given a big overhaul in the 1980s. So if you feel like the PATH, it's a little bit more modern than the subway, it's because it is. And then the rebuilding process after September 11th. So this is the temporary PATH station, and then this is the PATH. This is the actual train loop right here. There's the old Century 21, and this is Church Street right up there. And then we head back up the stairs. One World Trade Center opens up in 2014. 1,776 feet of resilience. And then in 2016, the crown jewel, as they're saying here, the region's crown jewel, the World Trade Center Oculus, the transit hub, is opened in 2016. And then in the early 2020s, the Performing Arts Center opens up 3 years ago, in 2023. And then we have, that's one of the murals from where number 2 World Trade Center is being built right now. But the World Trade Center is a very complicated site, but it's quite beautiful, and it's quite amazing that they kept this all intact. But now, hopefully you guys could come here and experience a corridor like no other here at the original World Trade Center entrance here. Very sensitive architecture, yes indeed. It's a lot of stories. A lot of stories. Let's go back outside. We'll keep going a little bit longer here. 9:16. You guys are more than welcome. And that's the train I'm taking home right there. There's the R train. Chuck Mangione and Feels So Good, for me, is always like the unofficial theme music of the World Trade Center. Right, living history. That's what it is. That's your train too, didn't it? Oh, it's not gonna work it? It's not gonna work it? Oh. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. You know where your children are. Like I always say, the history is always all around us. And it's always good to pay honor to that history. They got like random chairs out here. That's nice. You're more than welcome, Rushfan. And Rushfan with a $5 super chat. Rushfan, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $5 super chat. Rushfan, you are more than welcome for our late night class on architecture and history and the World Trade Center. Let's head over to Zuccotti Park and we will bring this live stream in for a landing. As I said to myself, I want to do 3 hours today, so we got our 3 hours. We started out uptown and now we are downtown at the World Trade Center. We've done our probably 15,000 steps today. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more exciting adventures and enjoy the city from the perspective of a licensed New York City tour guide. You did hear me go into we did full-on tour guide mode there. It felt good. Like I said, you know, as a person who had to come down here and work, it's very cathartic for me. It's very healing for me to keep the history alive and keep telling the story of this place. It's the only way I'll have it. I wouldn't say I'm a professor though, no. I am not a professor. Let's grab a table here and do the big goodbye and the big thank you to everyone who has helped sponsor tonight's show. I really do appreciate everybody. Yeah, it goes by quick. It's a fast 3 hours. When we get really into it, it is a fast 3 hours. All right, that works. Nice and clean. We end our tour today in Zuccotti Park. Let me sit down. Oh, that's gonna feel good. Oh yeah, that feels good. Exactly, Frank, I agree. Let's hope history never repeats itself. Well, in this case here. So that's why we always have to keep learning and keep remembering our history. You know, we cannot sweep this stuff under the rug just to placate and keep you happy. You know, sometimes history is tough, and you know, it's always good to pay honor to it and tell the story as truthfully as possible. So, but you guys are more than welcome. I gotta thank Rushfan with the big $5 super chat. Pico64, let's go, big spender. Pico64 with a big $20 super chat. as well as Pat Waters Vlogs. 53 months of continued membership to the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. John Yukis, thank you so much for your big $10 super chat. Thank you so much for starting out all the super chat love. Justine, thank you so much for the very generous $10 PayPal. It is much appreciated. And yeah, what more can I say? I got to thank everybody who hit that like button. How many of y'all hit that like button today? Let's see. 365. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much to everybody for showing your support of the channel. And Flexi Bear, thank you so much for Flex Bear. Thank you so much for subscribing or following over there on Twitch. For everyone watching on Twitch, I appreciate you guys. And everybody have a great night. Are you new to this nonsense? Oh wait, actually we have a question from Rush Fan. Is number 2 World Trade Center going to be a twin? No, it's not. It's not going to be a twin. It's going to be basically a little bit shorter than 1 World Trade Center. It's going to feature gardens. There will be gardens on it, and it's going to be beautiful. And from certain angles, though, it will mimic the Twin Towers. So it's going to be pretty cool when it comes all together. So you know, and again, the buildings are going to be placed in a way so that sunlight gets down to the memorial. It lines up with the position of the sun on September 11th. So there's all these little things that add into the final designs of these buildings. And I'm happy to finally say that number 2 World Trade Center is finally getting built. But you're more than welcome, Rush, man. You're more than welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed the information and all the fun stuff. And are you new to this nonsense? Make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. All same name, at Dutch Moz. Make sure the notification bell, because I never know when I'm going to go live next. But from Zuccotti Park here in Lower Manhattan, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have yourself a fantastic New York day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish those beautiful and sweet moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I bid you a wonderful good night. You're more than welcome for the stream. And I'll say, oh, we got one underneath the gun here.
Thank you for always great entertainment here. US Outlying Islands emoji.
You're more than welcome. I love the 80s. And I love the 80s with a $2 super chat. I love the 80s. Thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $2 super chat. And you guys are more than welcome, everybody. You guys are more than welcome. One more time from Lower Manhattan, Dutch Moz signing off. Make it a great one, okay, guys? Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are, I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye, 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 bye.